Opened in 2002 and back under the original name it held then. Welcome everyone to Houston's Reliance Stadium. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started, and we're off and running from Houston. On the return, it's Jalen Noel, and that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here come the Texans for their opening drive, and it's going to be the fourth-year man from The Ohio State University leading the way. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take CJ long to really show that his talent, his accuracy could play. His rookie year, he was awesome. But in some ways, Kate, I think he's played under the weight of those expectations, and he's just got to free himself up.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Running it with David Montgomery. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. And Oliver there to make the stop.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Running on second with Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain.
Okay, you know what those runs are equivalent to me in basketball? Those are like made free throws, right? You want to assume you get to the free throw line, they go in. You want to assume when you hand the ball off, you get positive yards. Doesn't always happen, but when it does, it builds confidence.
It's Montgomery on third. We're going to slow him up here after 4, maybe 5 yards. And that gives Houston the first down. Fed him on back-to-back plays, Brock, and he's got them moving now on this opening series.
Yeah, he's not needed any time at all to find his groove and settle in. This should set the table for the rest of the day.
They've got first down here from the 36. Off the play action, here's Stroud. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a first down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Montgomery now up the middle. And the stop is made. First down coming up. It's a gain of 11. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And it could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Man in motion here. Second down throw for Stroud. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and check downs, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Now it's Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
They go play action with Stroud. Left side into the hands of Dell. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, second down coming up.
Got the catch, but didn't get any yardage on it, so still 10 to go on second down. They send him left out of the slot. Throwing on second, here's Stroud. He's in trouble, not going to get away. They drop him at the 29. And that sets up an extremely difficult third now and 17.
It's taken them a minute, hasn't it, Kate, to find some resistance. And hopefully that's the start of a consistent push they can have up front that really does prevent some of these longer drives as this game goes on.
Here he goes, third and long. Now set up the screen to Montgomery. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
A toss play, Montgomery. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. To the air, Stroud. They'll set up the screen here for Marks. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Lost a bunch on that completed pass, and they're going to need a far better completion here, 3rd and long. He's in trouble again, and he's going to go down. 2nd time on this opening series. Deon Walker. And that's going to leave this offense facing a 4th and forever 22.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board. Just kind of a confidence builder. That offense drives it down, special teams does their job, and now the defense going to take the field with the lead.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here's Ray Davis. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They're going to be let out by the first player to have his number retired at the University of Wyoming. If he keeps playing the way he's been playing in the league, Brock might have it retired by Buffalo in the future too. Here is Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
Allen taken right to the air. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. It's a big gain, 19 yards as they finally take him down. And it'll be 1st down Buffalo. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Reliance Stadium coming right up. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at first down here. First tone of the game for James Cook. And a good gain here. 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
He's brought down at the 42.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First down from the 42. Allen setting up play action. Pocket collapsing, and he's going to pay the price. That will make it 2nd and 17 to go.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Shakir sent in motion left. Second down throw for Allen. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Texans going with 6 DBs for this third down. They're in dime. Now Allen. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans put together a wonderful return. Gets him back inside the 40 following the interception.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
This Texans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Dell now in motion right. Jukes away from one. So give him 10 before he steps out of bounds. And that is a Texans first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Handoff headed left, Montgomery. Still has room inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. Now, you want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
From the red zone on 1st. Finds his back, marks. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Stroud. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Stroud. Has it down close. And out of bounds he goes, well short of that marker. That brings up 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
A 20-yard attempt.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Ty Johnson now to return. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And they'll take over facing a 6-0 deficit. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
2nd down, here's Allen. Nowhere to go with it, and he's planted. They got him at the 16. Daniil Hunter. And that's going to lead to a lengthy now 3rd and 21.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw now, Allen. Boy, this offense staying on skates. It's another loss here. Will Anderson Jr. And that's going to bring us a 4th down and our 2-minute warning. Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More just ahead from Reliant Stadium. They're bringing out Mick Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. It's taken at midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Texans offense headed back to the field, Brock. So let's take a look at their coordinator, Nick Caley. Year 2 for him now running this Texans offense. Year 12 as an NFL coach. He's made the playoffs 10 of those 12 years, winning a pair of Super Bowls with the Patriots. First down from the 42. They send a man in motion. Out of the gun, they give it to Marks. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6.
Yeah.
I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
2nd down, here's Stroud. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted! D. Alford has the INT. And the Bills get a huge return down to the 25-yard line before that tackle's made.
I know he started to play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
As the Bills get back on offense, let's look across the way at Texans defensive coordinator Matt Burke. He's in his 4th season now with the team. His defense is, Brock, among the best in the NFL during that time. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Here's Allen. Catch made right time by Coleman.
Complete to
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
13 yards.
That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Bills have a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he gets home. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that gives them the lead.
Bills 7, Texans 6.
Bass now to kick this away.
The kickoff for Buffalo.
No to return this. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Texans, down running back David Montgomery, getting back to work. With the time remaining, let's see if they can get this into field goal range. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Complete to Dell. And the stop is made. First down coming up. It's a gain of 11. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and 10.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Stroud setting up 1st and 10. And he's playing well, hitting on over 80% of his throws so far. That's back-to-back for Dell. He'll be out of bounds there. Not to like, though, on that game. Giving about 19 yards. And that gives the Texans a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's Stroud. And the rush is going to win this rep. They get to him. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
16 at the 48-yard line.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. After the sack, Stroud taking a chance to the end zone. And the coverage holds up. Nicely done. They were tested. They knock it away in the end zone. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
The pressure's there, and they drop him back at his own 45. There's Walker again. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Likely our last play of the half, so they're leaving the offense out there. Stroud's going to throw for it. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully, and now they turn it over on downs.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. So to begin the third, it's going to be the Buffalo offense we see first. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Oh, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. A gain of about 24. First down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Allen setting up to throw. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up second down. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Throwing on second, here's Allen. And they bring him down around the 34.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And the Texans have it. And the return finally over as they take the fumble into enemy territory.
You know, Kate, that is just an awesome job by the defense. We talk about it all the time. Pursuit and effort, pursuit and effort. Pursue and they rip the football away, and then the effort for the big return on the fumble sets that offense up in primo position.
Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First down now, ball at the 33. Slot man's in motion right. From the gun, Marks gets it. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
On second down, Marks escapes a defender, and they're going to get him to the ground after a 16-yard gain. And that gives Houston the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? That's taking the lessons learned from your last defeat, that negative play, and putting it right into practice and fixing it. And this time, well, they get that push, they get that surge, and they get a first down.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And they're going to have it now with goal to go. Brought down after a gain of 14 big ones.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Montgomery. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Once more, it's Montgomery. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Couldn't get it the last 2 snaps. Another shot at 6 here on 3rd and goal. Now they send their back in motion right. Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback, one that can stand to play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
D'Amico Ryan's making the call. They're going for 2 here.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point
They want to run it across. And he won't be able to reach the end zone. So their first 2-point try of the afternoon comes up empty.
12, Bills 7.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. Jukes away from one. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. Over the middle, he's got Kincaid. And it's a big gain on this play. Give him about 19 yards and the first down, too.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Play action now, Allen. And he's going to be taken down, back on the 39. Daniil Hunter. And that's going to make it 13 to go now on second down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Working on second down, Allen. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Inside the final minute of our third quarter. Another one for Cook. Out of bounds he goes, following a gain of about 11. And that's going to give the Bills the first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Going to the ground again on first. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. And time runs out before we can get another snap here in this third quarter. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Back now for the fourth quarter. Offense staring down 3rd and 5 here. Allen looking to throw. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And send their tight end right. 2nd down throw for Allen. It is there, and that breaks up the completion. Quick reaction there to apply that contact. That's going to force 3rd and goal. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that's scored.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
So Allen lining the Bills up to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal. Pass now to kick this away.
The kickoff for Buffalo.
Here's Smith on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Out now come the Texans on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Last catch went the wrong way. It's 2nd and 12. Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. It's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 6.
It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end, because it's going to be tight throws into contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
Stroud now on 3rd. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. He's brought down, play goes for, looks like about 11 yards. And that is a Texans first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. They go play action with Stroud. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. And now it's going to be 2nd and 20.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. To the air, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. And it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Stroud. He's got a man left. And good presence there by the defense, containing that to the short field. Only 2 yards picked up. He is well away from the marker. It's 4th down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
4th down. Here comes Kai Kroger to punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. New set of downs for him from the 31. Play action now with Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the 4th.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Actually wound up losing a yard on that completion, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. Motioning him from the slot right. 2nd down, here's Allen. Well, right side, and Shakir has it. This is close, but it looks like they got the stop in time. Yep, marked at the 40, and that brings up 3rd down. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Got 9 on their last play, Brock, so just a final yard now to go here on 3rd down. They'll run it with Cook. Breaks the tackle. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he will score! Touchdown, Buffalo!
Ball carrier. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
Pass on for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. And lead is up to 8.
Bills 20, Texans 12.
Pass now to kick this away.
Kickoff for Buffalo.
Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10. Off the play action. Here's Stroud. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Stroud off of play action. Throw right side, Dale has it. He's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a first down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans trail by 8. So first down from the 41. On play action, here's Stroud. He's not going to be able to get rid of it. They got to him. Greg Russo. And that makes it 2nd and very long.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Multiple ways to attack. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw. Pressure's going to get there, and he goes down. Ed Oliver. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Right side cut by Higgins. And he's going to wind up a gain of about 8 before he's taken down. Still well short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this 4th down. Desperation time here. Trying to push deep downfield. Big gain downfield. And they are not done yet. What a play offensively as they convert on 4th down. At that distance, there was no hiding what they were going to do, Brock. And yet somehow, they still got it done.
Yeah, that's demoralizing defensively. I mean, there's just no other way to put it, and that is empowering offensively. Almost feel like you get a gift.
Here he is to throw. Finds his back, marks. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Final timeout called by the Texans. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He's not going to be able to get rid of it. They got to him. That's Russo again. And that is now 3 times that they have dropped him on this drive. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not, they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills, as we'll see you next time from Houston.